Jimmy Carter, the 39th President of the United States, who dedicated much of his life to humanitarian causes, died in his hometown of Plains, Georgia, his family announced Sunday. Welcome to Canadian Daily News. If you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notifications bell so you don't miss out on any of our upcoming gists. The former president was known for his work with philanthropic organizations like Habitat for Humanity and was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 2002. In the White House from 1977 to 1981, Carter negotiated the landmark Camp David peace accords between Israel and Egypt, transferred the Panama Canal to Panamanian ownership, dramatically expanded public lands in Alaska, and established formal diplomatic relations with the People's Republic of China. Carter had been in ailing health during the past decade. In 2015, Carter said he had been diagnosed with cancer found during surgery on his liver, a form of melanoma that spread to his brain after several months. Carter said he was no longer receiving treatments and that his scans showed no more signs of cancer. Carter also suffered a pelvic fracture after a fall in 2019, and he was in hospice care at the time of his death. Keep up with live coverage from the USA Today network as tributes to Carter pour in from around the world. Vice President Kamala Harris said in a statement that Jimmy Carter's life is a testament to the power of service. As a lieutenant in the United States Navy, the 76th governor of Georgia, and the 39th president of the United States, he reminded our nation and the world that there is strength in decency and compassion. Harris also reflected on Carter's efforts to protect the environment, promote government transparency, and work toward peace around the world. I had the privilege of knowing President Carter for years. I will always remember his kindness, wisdom, and profound grace. His life and legacy continue to inspire me and will inspire generations to come. Our world is a better place because of President Carter, Harris said. Jimmy Carter told his son, Chip Carter, earlier this year, "I'm only trying to make it to vote for Kamala Harris." In the 2024 election, the Atlanta Journal-Constitution reported. The Carter Center confirmed to USA Today the former president voted by mail for the vice president in Georgia. Obama's reflect on Carter's faith, decency. Former President Barack Obama and former First Lady Michelle Obama on Sunday remembered Carter's commitment to his faith, reflecting on his decades of teaching Sunday school at Maranatha Baptist Church in Plains, Georgia, and the worshipers who flocked to the church. Some who came to hear him speak were undoubtedly there because of what President Carter accomplished in his 4 years in the White House. The Camp David Accords he brokered that reshaped the Middle East, the work he did to diversify the federal judiciary, including nominating a pioneering women's rights activist and lawyer named Ruth Bader Ginsburg to the federal bench, the environmental reforms he put in place, becoming one of the first leaders in the world to recognize the problem of climate change. The Obamas said others were likely there because of what President Carter accomplished in the longest and most impactful post-presidency in American history. They said, noting, "But I'm willing to bet that many people in that church on Sunday morning were there, at least in part, because of something more fundamental, President Carter's decency." Bushes say Carter dignified the office of the presidency. Former President George W. Bush and former First Lady Laura Bush on Sunday said Carter dignified the office of the presidency during his lifetime of service. James Earl Carter, Jr. was a man of deeply held convictions. He was loyal to his family, his community, and his country. President Carter dignified the office, they said,